We see John Bolchevic and Ian Cockrell going to the bench for Corio.
Well, Bolchevic really carried his shoulder when he came
and
off.
Cornwall's obviously off the ground as well. Went off in the first term with a shoulder and arm injury. I saw Cook and Comensoli come off the ground though, joining Chris Delaney on the bench for the Centurions.
Shea Walker back. Haven't had a lot out of Tatey today, unfortunately. Hasn't played the game he played a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I thought he played pretty well in the first quarter. I thought he was their only real contributor, and then Smithy stepped up a square and he didn't have much choice. Then he had to track him.
Phil Boyle out the centre half forward. That's probably a good move.
Playing Walton one out in the square. Corio, sorry, they're playing Rivet down there. I'm looking at who's one out. It's Lee, and Walton's on him at full back. So there's a change.
Might be a bit slow.
If that ball gets up quick, I think he might be a bit of trouble up there.
Start of the third term, Werribee Central's 12-7-79. They lead Corio 4-5-29. It's going to be Sean Stewart and Shea Walker. Walker stands his ground, gets it down to Lazarick, who's in the middle. So it's going for broke here with Lazarick, their best defender in the middle. Bigham's down there also, tapped on at centre half forward. Ricky O'Toole from 50. Good start inside the first minute. He can kick the goal. Rivet puts the hand up because he knew it was going through for a point, and it is through for a behind. So 4-6-30 Corio, Werribee Central's 12-7-79. Leicester Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 30 seconds gone.
Yes, only 30 seconds to get a score. Roland Beck has Nick Smith on his own on half-back flank, kicks it long and takes the chest mark. Had Matty Hallam thinking about running past, but only went halfway, and so Nick Smith now slows it down. He kicks it up and under in front of our broadcast point. Simon Calvert can't get two hands to the footy. Ball comes to for Stuka, handball to Nick Smith, crashes through a tackle, chips it further forward looking for Howlett. He just creates a path there for Chris Smith to come through, picks up the footy, drives towards centre half forward, which is vacant. Players running onto the footy. Merry, well, he can't get to it because Charles is too quick, eludes a tackle. Handball to Lazarick, but the handball's not too good. Stewart coming through hard, kicks it off the ground. Handball there from Chris Smith, looks for Merry. Pushed in the back, play on to the umpire. Dabrowski picks it up, handball wide to Ricky O'Toole, and Corio go forward. Well, it's he's found Tate on 50, plays on quickly now, drives it toward the goal square. Big pack of play, Rivet in front, mark not paid, picked up by Phil Smith as he kicks the goal. He's missed it from 4 metres out. That's incredible. So Paul Smith 1-1 for the day, the second behind in this third quarter to Corio, 4-7-31. They trail Werribee Central's 12-7-79. Leicester Wyndham second quarter scoreboard, 2 minutes gone.
Boys, the only mistake there, I reckon Tatey should have stopped and gone back and had a kick. Like, he's a good kick from 50 with this bruise.
Is it playing at all costs though for Corio?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that could have been 2 quick goals, and that would have given a bit of enthusiasm, and that's what they need. Unfortunately, they were 2 points.
I just wonder if Tatey's carrying a hammy, Pete. That might be
an
indication why.
Short from Beck to Hawks. Inside defensive 50 for the Centurions. Plays on now, goes wide, coming towards our commentary box. Smith puts his hands up, off hands Chris Smith. That was Paul in front. Now Gundry tried to get it away. Smith gets it to Tate, picks it up on the half volley, but Stewart comes in. Bigham comes in as well. That's Ricky. Just outside 50, handball to Phil Boyle. Off a step towards the top of the square in front. Hallam takes the mark, plays on, handballs it back to Beck. Untidy, but it got the deal and got it away to Rob Musara at defensive 50. Goes towards centre wing, great kick. Calvert can't take the mark, off hands, aim on Charles, goes back to centre half forward. Gundry standing on 50, takes the mark on the chest.
Pete and Laurie, the worry for Bannockburn, surely Andrew Howlett, brilliant last week, hardly had any effect on the game today.
No, he's off the pace a little bit. Do you think he's just having a look, Eric?
I don't think he's had to do it though. Like,
no,
he's played himself out of position probably.
Gundry's put it through for one behind.
For 1.5 quarters, boys, he's played in the forward pocket, out of the game, sitting back.
So Roland Beck does the kicking in for Werribee, finds Masara on half-back flank, takes the mark overhead, looking for runners, but they're not forthcoming. So Masara now goes back, chips it to the lead there of Calvert. Strong mark in front of the face. Played very well. Simon Calvert today drives it long along the outer wing. All of a sudden the wind seems to have dropped a little. Looking for Calvert, looking for Howlett, should I say, and from behind, big overhead mark, opposition coach Ricky O'Toole. So O'Toole for Corio, now kicks long. The lead there from Paul Smith on half forward, can't take the mark. Oh, Cullen just avoided a heavy knock there. Handball comes clear to Roland Beck. Werribee Centrals goes on the left foot to half forward, and well, he's moved right up to the wing. Comensoli yes, it is.
No, it's Boardington.
Boardington, sorry. Kicks the ball long to half forward. Luke Luddick dropping back takes the mark. There's the lead from Howlett. Heading toward the pocket. Looks to be going half pace there. Soccer off the ground to nobody. Picked up by Lazarick. Over to Cousins, and here go Corio. Cousins kicks the ball to the centre of the ground. In front there, Thwaites. Ball falls to the back of the pack. Hawks. A terrible handball from Hawks. He certainly set Bernardo up there. Clifford, unfortunately, not up to the task. And Bernardo, safety of the boundary. And from 25 metres in the field of play, just put it on the boot and found the boundary.
Why Warren Foley's on the ground, I'll never know.
Can't run, can he?
He's behind Walker as he comes to the ruck contest. Over the back, gets it down. Clifford doesn't sit for him. Foley through the middle.
Yeah, he can run.
Hey, runs all right when he gets the
just
footy
gotta
and
have
then he limps. Goes towards centre wing. Keating in front. Nick Smith in the rovers. Gives it back to Foley. Handball to Calvert. Runs through. Goes with the right boot towards half forward. Howlett holds off King. King good punch away. Glenn stands there. Gives it a cousin. Sets him up. Gets away. Handball wide. Looking for Ricky O'Toole. Don't think it'll be able to sit in for him. It won't. And it will be a boundary throw in.
I don't think Andrew Howlett's 100% fit, do you?
I think you took the words out of my mouth, Laurie.
So boundary throw in. Stewart in front, gets it down to Howlett, who gets it away with the left boot towards centre half forward, or half forward in fact, and Dabrowski takes the mark, chips it over the top to Ricky O'Toole on true half back, runs away from Luddick, goes to the right boot, long towards half forward. Clifford, Bernardo in the gun here and takes it easily. So Adrian Bernardo goes to the left boot, chips it over the top towards Cook. Tate gets a hand to it, off hands Cook. Gets it away to Stewart, the big man. Handball across half back, going for Beck. He finds him, gets a kick around the corner towards centre wing for Stuka. Kick back inboard to Nick Smith. They're moving the ball beautifully. Feign the handball to Musara. Goes back on the right boot, long. Goes towards James Lee, works in front. Walton, good thump away from the back. Werribee Central's lead in the race, coming across Ricky Bigham. Also in there, Boardington. Ricky Bigham works through the pack, goes to the right foot kick towards centre wing. It's okay. Finds Paul Smith, who plays on from centre wing. Terrible kick, might be okay though to Cullen. No, Beck will get across there first. And Roland Beck, as ever, handball over the top. Well, that wasn't that good, and the Devils have worried them out of it here because Rick Lazarick's got it and goes towards half forward. Tate. No, they can't get a hand to it. Hallam, who leads Rivet in the race of the football, clearing kick to half back. Foot race. Luddick will get there first against Glenn. Short little toe poke by Luddick. And a kick off the ground once again goes towards centre wing and finds the safety of it for a boundary throw in.
You could just see him in front of us there, but he was just rooting where his opponent wasn't. Thought, now, how am I going to outwit him?
So a boundary throw in. Centre wing. 12-7 playing 4-7. In fact, it's 4-8. Tap over the back by Stewart, goes towards Clifford, sits for him on centre wing, was going to handball, likes to go with the kick in the end, towards half forward. Chris Smith reads it the better, runs across half back. Can he pick it up though? That's the thing. Yes, he can. He shuffles the handball out to Musara, handball Miss Beck. They got the numbers though. Andrew Hawks is there, goes back inboard, looking for Merry. He attacks the ball, goes through the cricket pitch area, goes with the right foot kick towards Howlett, who has to stand his ground. King knocks it away. No mark paid. Play on the call. Point of the centre square at half forward for Werribee Centrals. Merry got it out by hand. Pack develops around him, gets a push in the back, no free kick. Ricky O'Toole tries to break the Nick Smith tackle, got it away, and a pack develops at centre half forward. The umpire still lets it go. Now Howlett will run away, handball over the top towards Adam Boardington. In fact, it's Steve Cook runs in and kicks the goal. So Steve Cook puts his first on the board, and the 13th for Werribee Centrals. They go to 13-7-85. And they lead Corio 4-7-31. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 8 minutes played.
Laurie, I've got to suggest to you that in front of us there was a few rather dispirited Corio players, and that's disappointing.
Yeah, they've got their heads down, Eric, unfortunately, and you know they've just got to keep fighting out. I guess they say here we go again, sort of thing. Another year we haven't succeeded, but it's still another quarter and a half to go yet.
So the ball in the middle once again with umpire McLaughlin. 8 minutes gone. Stewart. Up high, beautiful tap down to Colbert. Colbert, the run to the handball to Boardington, who's running. He sees bucket centre half forward, and it's just training drill stuff. That
Now he should have a kick from there. I know it's into a strong bruise.
Well, why should you? He's got Howlett. Nobody within 25 metres.
That bears out what you just said, Eric.
That's poor checking, and yeah, absolutely. So Andrew Howlett now, he's got the mark 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. Does like kicking an odd goal, Andrew Howlett, as history has shown us. Take a good kick from there, moves in. Well, I tell you what, it's not a bad looking kick. It is right over the goal umpire's head, and That's Andrew Howlett's first goal for the day. And I think even this far from home, it's probably the second nail in the coffin. 14 goals, 791, Werribee Centrals. They lead Corio 4-8-32. Lexus of Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, only 9.5 minutes gone.
Some of Werribee's hand passing, their foot passing and their decision making has been very good today.
It has. I think you are right, but I think across the half back line here they've been a bit worried a couple of times. Hawksy's missed the target a couple of times, and Bernardo.
But even Roland Beck, which is unusual.
Very.
In the middle, Bigham got it towards Roland Beck.
He plays the back pocket like I knew a bloke who used to play there.
Goes towards Bordignan, who takes the mark at half back.
I'm talking about you, Eric.
Grandstand side, goes wide looking for Chris Smith. He sits and waits for it. Tate comes at him. Now they get away. Smith, handball to Stewart. The big man runs through centre wing. Left foot kick wide. Making up a bit of ground. Cook can't take the mark, can't keep it in. And it will be a boundary thrown at half forward.
Well, just Sean Stewart went there. I was going to call him Twinkle Toes. He's on his toes.
Roving the pack.
He's enjoying it out there. You can see the smile on his face.
Back into play. Stewart and Walker get hands to it. Lazarick through the middle of the pack. Running through half back. Left it too long. Lost the ball. Tate wrapped up as he know. Howlett gets away from him. Handball over the top to Bigham under pressure from Chris Smith. Got the handball away but not effectively. Musara's in there. Tries to give it to Howlett. Now Lazarick leads in the race. Tries to tap it onto Tate. He picks it up and then wheels around. Gives it back to Lazarick on centre wing. Goes to the right boot kick towards Rivet. The big man puts the hands up off hands towards Gundry and also Paul Smith. Paul Smith's got it, handball back in board towards Matthew Cullen, has to sit and wait for it though. Hallam doesn't, he charges at it, rides a bump to O'Toole, wraps him up but he gets the hands away to Merry. Kick over the top, Bigham through the middle, kicks it off the ground, goes across centre half forward, foot race between Thwaites and Boyle. Thwaites leads in the race of the ball, ball falls over at the crucial stage and Thwaites can get it clear, go towards Heath Buck on centre wing, good kick and Buck takes the mark on the chest.
So Heath Buck for Werribee Centrals, deep on the centre wing, plays on quickly now, kicks it long to half forward. In front there was Cook, but over the top Johnny Cousins, who takes a strong mark. Chips it back into the centre of the ground. King takes the mark for Corio. Called to play on now. Comes further across the ground. He's got Lazarick there. Drops a mark he should have taken. Picks it up. Howlett sits off him, but allows him to have the kick. The lead there is from Tate. Can't take the mark. Ball almost picked up by Chris Smith. Handball to Sean Stewart. Oh, Stewart, just sheer strength. Gets through that and... well, the ball actually bounced on the line and maybe could have been still in play, but not so. As Andrew Howlett hands it back to the boundary umpire, who puts it in. Stewart and Walker both tap it the same way. Comes to ground, Lazarick off the ground, but attacked by Roland Beck. Throws it on the foot, back into the middle of the ground. It's Calvert again, charges at the footy. Merry in there to help him. Now they just zone off and the handball comes out to Calvert. He's got Nick Smith free. Handball to him. He kicks it long to the lead from full forward. It's come from Luke Luddick. He leads in the race for the footy. Oh, he turns on that left foot. He's gone towards goal.
Point this time.
But he's missed to the left. So
that's his first point.
First blemish. 5 goals won to Luke Luddick for the day.
Drag him.
And he should have centred it.
Well, that's I said. Drag
him. Tried to. 14-8-92 Werribee Centrals. That's leading Corio 4-8-32. Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 13 minutes gone.
I know a bloke told me not too long ago, he said, you know, there's no I in the word team. Should work as a team, not as I.
Kick out wide. Ricky O'Toole's got it on centre wing now from the kick in. He goes with a right boot towards centre half forward. The lead on from Gundry. Great kick. And he's taken the mark inside the centre square. Now he runs on at centre half forward. The lead on. And a great kick too to Paul Smith. And good lead. And he's taken the mark. We'll shoot for 45 metres out. I suppose the thing is, next week, if it's a point the difference, and Luke Luddick's got it in that pocket, you'd want him to centre the ball, wouldn't you?
Too right.
But then again, knowing Luke, next week, if he's got it in the pocket, the point the difference, he kicked the goal.
Won't be as windy, perhaps.
No, Paul Smith with a shot for goal, 45 metres out directly in front. He's kicked 1 goal this afternoon. Comes in now and kicks the goal. So his second. And the 5th for Corio. They go to 5-7-37. They trail Werribee Centrals, who are 14-8-92, and that's on Alexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 14 minutes played.
Fullback for New Zealand's just come off for a break.
Hold on, Matthew Cullen is off.
That's, you wouldn't know that, Eric, but fullback for New Zealand's actually Christian Cullen.
Thank you.
Also the name of a horse.
Oh. Wouldn't be a pacer, would it?
It was a pacer.
Stupid
very
thought
good
for the day
pacer,
from Peter Walker.
Was it ever?
Very good pacer.
I know some of my sports. So umpire Nolan with the football in the middle.
We know Richmond got done last night.
Oh, good on you.
14 and a half minutes. You couldn't resist, could you?
I couldn't.
So up goes the footy. Stewart and Walker. Neither get a clear tap away, but Werribee very intense at the footy. Tap forward, but Matty King for Corio in the way. Over the top to Keating. Keating of Corio kicks to the vacant half forward flank. Players run at the footy. First there, Roland Beck. The ball eludes him. Coming through strongly there was Massara, picks it up. Nice little flick to Mary. Mary back to Massara, but they just can't get the control of the footy. All coming through hard was Ricky O'Toole. Unfortunately can't take the footy with him, and off hands it's over the boundary line. True centre wing, outer side. 15 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Laurie, you've made it fairly well known that you're not going to toss me to see who coaches next week, so obviously be wanting to coach Werribee.
Well, no, I don't look at it that way. Obviously, you'd want to coach the Tigers.
Well, I will be. But as of right now, you'd be pretty happy with the efforts of Nick Smith and Robbie Massara. They've both been able to run around and not show too much.
Yeah, I certainly would. Nick Smith, I think, has been a great asset to him. Robbie, I'm not quite so sure whether he's fit, but as I said, he's at least out there running around, so that's important.
Well, the passage of play took the ball to the full forward position for Werribee Central's Heathbuck. Had a pot shot on his left. Unfortunately for him, he had Luke Laddick on his own, absolutely in the goal square. But I don't think there are any harsh words between them. But it is a behind to the Werribee Central side. So they go to 14-9, and they lead Corio 5-8.
Kick in by Dabrowski, found Ricky O'Toole, goes towards centre wing. Ball though chopped off, and Massara's taken the mark. Chips it towards Nick Smith, who runs through half forward, goes on the left, goes towards Lee, but it's chopped off by Walton, who's taken the mark for Corio. Just in between fullback and centre half back, goes to the outer side, looking for Walker, puts the big arms up, roves through the middle of the pack by Amon Charles, picks it up, handball further afield, back towards his coach, and Ricky O'Toole goes towards centre. Towards half forward, and Ian Cockrell has been paid holding the man against Roland Beck. Will take the free kick for the Devils. Goes to the lead of Paul Smith. Hung on to by Festuca. Sits for Smith, okay. Goes back in board looking for Troy Gundry. Sits for him, okay. Can he get around the tackle? He handballs it back to Smith. They're back to where they started. Then he chips it back to Lee Clifford, and Rick Lazarick Howlett punches it away at defensive 50, and they can break free through Roland Beck. Goes now on the half-back flank towards centre wing. Tate with a sit over the back and takes the mark.
I guess that sums Corio's little bit of play from Corio there. Sums their day up, actually.
Goes towards Walker at centre half forward, coming back Nick Smith against Stewart. Great play. Little push back towards Stewart. Then he gets around Walker, draws a player over the top to Nick Smith, through the middle of the cricket pitch area, but his kick smothered by Charles.
That was a tied kick from Nick then.
And the umpire will come in and ball it up in the middle of the ground.
Yes, and when all the hard work was done by his teammates, shepherding, keeping the players. But
yeah,
I suppose Matty King
he's puffing a bit there, though, Eric. Good work out will do him good.
So umpire Nolan in the middle, 17.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Up goes the football. Walker uses Stewart. Ricky Bigham, handball to Tate. So, well, Stacks on the mill now. Well, umpire Nolan has found a free kick in there. It's going to Andrew Howlett. And looking for the handball, and there it goes. Thwaites receives the handball, runs hard to the outer wing, kicks the ball long. Out there is Bernardo. He can't get hold of the footy. Well, Clifford can't pick it up for Corio either. Finally does. Eludes a tackle. Now has the long kick back towards centre wing. Good work again, Howlett. Spoilt the attempted mark from Lazarick. Ball comes to ground. Lazarick went in hard, forgot the footy. Now it Stacks on the mill, and umpire Nolan will put a whistle on play. And on outer wing, the umpire will come in and pick the ball up. 18 minutes gone. Corio 5, 8:38, trailing Werribee Central's 14-93, and that's on the Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard.
So a ball up. Walker, Stewart in front. Gets it to the side of the pack. Clifford stands his ground, gets a kick away towards the vacant centre half forward position. Hawks leaves it for Bernardo. Kick back into the middle of the ground, off the side of the boot. Who's he going to sit for? Well, probably through the middle, Gundry. Great play by Nick Smith to chop the handball off. Goes back to Hawks at half back. Breaks a tackle, runs free. It's in the middle. Goes towards James Lee. Walton puts the hands up. No mark taken. Lee, handball away to only as far as Kelvin Keating. Clearing kick towards centre wing. Foot race. Lee leads in the race for the football against Walton. Wants to get back on the right boot. Oh, Twinkle Toes goes towards Heath Buck, who can't take the mark at centre half forward. They got the numbers though. Boardington's there. Handball over the top looking for Buck again. It's going to get chopped off. Ricky Bigham through the middle. Does well. Blind turn at centre half back. Chips it to Matthew King in the middle. Can turn around and run and go towards half forward. He does so now, but I think it'll be chopped off. It comes through again. Paul Smith's got it. Handball over the top to Tate. He's got Cockrell running past. He gives it to him now under pressure from Chris Smith. Holds his ground. Handball back to Tate on the wrong side for a left footer. Runs free though. Does well and should kick the goal and has missed. So just
be disappointed with that.
1 goal 2.
I think everyone is disappointed with that.
5-9-39 Corio. They trail Werribee Central's 14-9-93. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes played.
What do you put that down now? Is that just lack of application or what? I mean, you shouldn't miss from there, an experienced footballer.
I mean, I suppose
I know it's pretty gusty out there.
some people are perhaps just not attuned to kicking goals, Laurie.
But he didn't run at the goals. He changed his direction, tried to run across and hook it back.
I think that's a fair comment. Roland Beck does the kicking in, finds Hawks 30 metres away on his own, chips the ball to him, plays on quickly, gets a long handball outside to Hallam. Matt Hallam now of Werribee. Long kick to centre wing. It's over the head of all players. Merry taps it forward. Well, got a tap in the scone for his efforts there, but coming through his Thwaites. He tries to tap it through his legs by hand. Phil Boyle picks it up. Handball there to Charles. Corio come back again. Towards half forward. Shea Walker can't take the ball on the half volley. Ricky Bigham runs after it. Roland Beck, good body work. Gets him out of the way. Boardington, well, looking for the safety of the boundary. Almost just ran and threw it over the boundary line, but umpire's giving him the benefit of the doubt. So just forward of centre on centre wing for the Corio side. The boundary umpire will put it in. 21 minutes gone. 5-9 Corio trail Werribee 14-9.
Stewart gets it down. Merry from mid-air, only as far as Amon Charles. Handball to Ricky O'Toole running through the middle. Handballs to Keating. He on the cricket pitch area with the right foot kick towards Smith. Punched away by Hallam. Falls in the arms of Gundry. Runs free at 45. Kick over the shoulder. I don't think he's brought it back far enough. He hasn't. And through for one behind. To Troy Gundry. So they go to 5-10-40 Corio. And they trail Werribee Central's 14-9-93. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 21.5 minutes played.
So we await the return of the football to Roland Beck.
Yeah, Corio had to sort of make those half chances into something, haven't they? And unfortunately, they haven't been able to do that.
They haven't made any of them, have they? In real terms, in this quarter particularly, they've kicked 1 goal 5, and Werribee in the meantime kicked 2 goals 2. So Roland Beck goes straight down the middle. Gee, the wind's caught that, but the man in front will get the mark, and it's Hawks. So Werribee Central's Roland Beck is run on from the full-back position, accepts the handball, kicks it further forward again. Cook from behind, but he can't outmark Gundry on that occasion. Has taken the mark as Dave Merry walks past us and might have got a little bit of a punch on the nose or an accidental tap on the nose perhaps. But Gundry goes back into the centre half forward position. Ball not taken, comes to ground. Oh, it's all Werribee. Beck, Foley, Beck takes the mark, looks for and finds James Lee on centre wing. Takes the mark ahead of the face. Now he's got nobody further forward. So he waits till they run. Now he chips the ball short. He's got Massara and he's got Boardington. Boardington takes the mark, handball to Massara. Massara to Luke Luddick. Well, Luke Luddick shaped to handball. Now he's called to play on and in slow motion just chips the ball towards centre half forward. And great mark Johnny Cousins over the pack there. And he relieves the pressure for Corio once again. Cousins in the centre half back position. He hasn't got a lot to kick to. The lead comes from Tate. It's too high for him and straight into the arms of Chris Smith of Werribee. He kicks it back from whence it's come and I think it'll go straight back in the arms of Johnny Cousins, but good work there, Heath Buck. Got the spoil on the footy. Dabrowski to Ricky Bigham. Bigham chips it over the top to Gundry and Corio going forward. Gundry has a bounce, kicks to the lead there of Paul Smith. Can't take the mark as he dives forward. Bernardo in very hard over the top and umpire Nolan will come in and put the ball in the air very close to the boundary, half forward flank for Corio. That was for Stuker in there actually. So at 24 minutes into the third quarter, 14-9 Werribee Central's lead Corio 5-10.
So ball up, Stewart up against Boyle. Stewart gets it down. Ricky O'Toole roves close to the boundary line. Kick over his shoulder. Out of bounce on the full. And the Centurions to take the free kick in the right back pocket.
Even now, Pete, the sting's gone out of the game, hasn't it?
It certainly has. Yeah, you can see even both sides. The only one that's really making an effort to try and get to every ball up, I think, is Sean Stewart.
Free kick for a hold, and it's against Werribee. It's going to go to Ricky O'Toole on 50.
Yeah, I think that was evident with that Luke Lovey performance up there. That was pretty ordinary going forward and just bobbing the ball straight up. He could have done what he liked with it, and you wouldn't want to do that against Bannockburn.
So Ricky O'Toole will shoot for goal from 50 metres out.
Has not kicked a goal today yet.
No.
Even from 50, it'd have to be a chance from here, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So Ricky O'Toole not far from the boundary line. On 50, kicks towards the teeth of goal. Clifford goes up early and gives a push in the back. No free kick. And quite happy to see it through for a rush behind to Corio. So they go to 5:11:41. They trail Werribee Central's 14:9:93, and that's on Alexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 25 minutes played.
From the kick in, it goes to Howlett. He just tips it over the top and finds his teammate there in Bordignon. So Werribee just playing the possession game at the moment. Chips it back into the centre of the ground. Mark not taken there by
Hawks,
Calvert. Comes down. Walker of Corio. Gets a handball to Keating. Gee, they're mucking about with it. Chips it wide looking for Boyle. And Boyle in the forward pocket for Corio has taken the mark. He'd be 30 metres out. Fairly acute angle. And will take a fairly good kick, although he's got the wind behind him from here. And Phil Boyle moves in. It's not a bad looking kick. In fact, I'd say that is a goal, and that is Boyle's first for the day. And it's the sixth for Corio. 6:11:47, but they trail Werribee Central's 14:9:93. Lexus of Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 26 minutes.
So another goal with the breeze, Corio. They still trail.
See, boys, it's what I said at the start of the quarter, though. I think if they would have settled down on the 50 mark and actually had set shots from the first one Toadie did, I reckon they've got one opportunity and missed another 4, which almost would have had them back in the game.
That's right, exactly. I mean, I think the winds are probably going to play havoc out there in the last bit, though, I think.
Free kick from the middle for a trainer inside the centre square at the centre bounce. Chad Rivet got it down to Paul Smith. Kicks a goal. His third. And Ricky O'Toole, the big kick to Chad Rivet. Tapped it down to Paul Smith for his third goal, and the 7th for Corio. They go to 7:11:53. They trail Werribee Central's 14:9:93 on the Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 27 minutes played.
See, Loz, you had another 4 goals there, and it's knocking at the door.
And I mean, the thing is, you never know. The wind could drop dramatically, and a bit of enthusiasm and run the last quarter out.
So Andrew Howlett just sort of stationed himself to spare man in defence for perhaps the remainder of the quarter, and it's only safety first, isn't it? Ball in the middle. Walker on the second attempt taps it down straight in the arms of Massara of Werribee. He kicks it high towards half forward. Big pack of players. Ball flipped out of the pack to Simon Calvert. Long handball to Stewart. Handball to Heath Buck. Runs into the goal square and kicked the answering goal. As easy as that. So that was almost training drill stuff. 4th goal to Heath Buck. 15th to Werribee Centrals. 15:9:99. They lead Corio 7:11:53. Lexus of Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard. 28 minutes gone.
I suppose that's the comment you made with Howlett. That's the whole point, isn't it? You're not chasing percentage. Doesn't matter what you win by, as long as you win.
That's right. That's right.
He's all cutthroat now.
So back in the middle, umpire Nolan with the football.
But they did it so easy into the forward line with one short, didn't they?
Yeah, true.
Lee having a run in the ruck. Ricky Bigham gets it down to Lazarick. Goes to the right foot long towards the full forward area. Smith in front, off hands. Oh, the umpire was only going to pay that too. Hawks handball back towards Hallam. Smith over the top. Hallam tries to break free, gets it away to Festuca, goes back to the middle. Walker has to sit and wait for it. Charles comes through, got a hand to it, kept it in front. Ricky Bigham has bowled him, he's out. He got it back though, handball to a standing start. Lazarick tried to tap it back to Bigham, give it to Ricky O'Toole from 50. Off a step, goes wide. And Tate, can he take up the ground? No, he can't. It's out of bounds on the full, and it will be Chris Smith's free kick in the right back pocket.
That was Ricky O'Toole-like, wasn't it? I see him just practising his kicking style as he comes towards us. So ball kicked in by Chris Smith, not a real good kick, and missed his mark there in Cook. And off hands once again, it's over the boundary line for a throw-in. So deep in the attacking area for Corio, Werribee attempting to take it out of the danger zone as the boundary umpire puts the ball back into play. 29.5 minutes gone. Howlett does the ruck work. Only as far there as Ricky O'Toole. He's kicked it high, wide and handsome, and it's drifted in with the breeze over the boundary line adjacent to the behind post once again. So they're perhaps squandering what few opportunities they have had, Corio, as has been said by the boys, and they're not making any impression on Werribee at all. So Hallam has the kick as the siren sounds for three-quarter time in the preliminary final here at St Albans with the Lexus of Wyndham three-quarter time scoreboard. Werribee Central's 15-9-99. They lead Corio 7-11-53.
They kicked 3 goals, 2 in that quarter, Werribee Central's, while Corio kicked 3 goals, 6. And the lead at three-quarter time is 46 points. The goal kickers at three-quarter time for the Centurions, 5 to Luke Luddick, 4 to Heath Buck, and 2 each to Simon Calvert and James Lee. Singles to Andrew Howlett and to Steve Cookwell for Corio. 3 to Paul Smith, 2 to Lee Clifford, and singles to Justin Tate and to Phil Boyle. It's three-quarter time at St Albans Reserve. It's Werribee 15-9-99. They lead Corio 7-11-53. We'll take a break.